You're so disgusting.
Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. Listen, we're here hanging out at Chuck and Daniel's place. Two Daniels. Happy birthday, Chuck.
Woo!
Happy birthday. Happy birthdays in the comments.
Gang.
Tino, what do we got right there?
Let's do it. We are looking at a Facebook post from a couple days
You
ago.
already started not pointing the mic at his fucking mouth,
I'm
bro.
really bad at this. I have
Not even on my own birthday, bro. You're ruining my party.
All right, so PSA. If you didn't sell all of a species of animal you produced this year, don't breed more for the 2024 season.
Ooh. That's some heat for y'all boys, broke boys.
For real.
So it's funny that we're talking about this today because literally today, as I was standing in my reptile room and I was looking at the amount of fucking ball pythons that I produced, and I was like, yo, I'm literally about to start breeding these fucking things, and the market sucks ass.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to produce the quote unquote caliber that I wanted to this year,
Right.
but I'm starting to think, I'm like, damn, do I want to fucking
Continue with balls.
not continue with ball pythons, but it was more like do I want to breed so heavy this year because
Okay.
I have like 150 babies that are just sitting there.
Yeah, that's a lot of babies.
That is a lot of babies.
That's you.
Yeah.
Imagine all the other ball python pyramid schemers out there. Like,
Oh,
they've got a ton of ball pythons in their rack right now that they're like, I can't sell them.
Yeah.
And
So do you
that
think like
is crazy. That means more tubs, more snakes to be in more tubs in the same place, and you are not making much money.
you're not making anything
Yeah.
if you're not selling them? Yeah.
I did
That's
sell
crazy.
10 this past week.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, that I did do.
Okay.
But 10 is not 150.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you, so like,
my god,
Yeah.
150 is wild.
do you think that's the way to curb like that's the solution to curbing too many animals for sale?
What do you mean?
Like, so Morph Market, let's say for example, has a bunch of animals for sale that have been there for a long time or are oversaturated. There's
Okay.
particular species that are a bunch, ball pythons.
Yeah.
Do you think that is a solution? Be like, hey guys, if you didn't sell all of your one species, don't breed any more of those species.
I think even though I hate the idea of it, you don't get to tell people what to do.
No. Look,
Straight
this
up.
is look. We're not the police. We're not the police.
I mean, you
There's
look
there's
like
never
the-
gonna be a
We're
law
not?
about it. No.
You look like the
There's
opposite
never
of
gonna
the
be-
police. You look
There's
like
never
what
gonna be-
police go for.
There's
bro.
never really going to be laws about that kind of thing. But like a moral obligation, like, hey, I shouldn't do this. It's not right for me to continue to breed this species if I'm not moving them.
I don't think you're far off. I think that, for example, like if you're in a position like me, you have two options. You can wholesale the stuff that's lower end and then like continue breeding for this upcoming year, or you can go ahead and decide I'm only going to breed for specific things this year. Because in reality,
Like minimize it.
You minimize it because, dude, I'm going to be sitting on a lot of this shit for a long time.
Yeah, fuck.
And, you know, coming from the fact that, like I said, like the market is very saturated right now. A lot of money is not coming in. I owe money on my rodent bill, you know, and it's just $100 a week,
Yeah,
$200
for
a week, $300 a week,
Yeah.
you know, coming into $1,000 to $2,000 months just on rodent bill. It's crazy right now.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Dang.
I think,
Yeah.
you know what?
For
What
real?
about,
Yes.
what
You
about,
owe money to like the rat people, bro?
Something like that.
That's crazy.
If
bro.
I don't make it out of this fucking year, it's because the rat people came for me.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, buddy.
Brother, get this man out of this, bro.
what about the people that are like, hey, I'm not working with that much of a popular enough species.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, today was just a bad year for me. Like, I just didn't sell that much. Maybe my ads didn't get out there. I wasn't advertising enough. I wasn't talking to the right people, whatever. Like, let's say, I don't know, specific species of anoles or pine snakes, you know, specific ones that not too many people have, but like you don't want to risk not breeding them just in case something happens.
And what do you mean in case something happens?
What is
Especially
that
if you're working with
something?
like rare species, let's say. Let's say you're
What
working
is that
with
something?
Like, is what?
What is something?
Yeah, like what is your
Right now
worst
you
case
have
scenario?
chameleon forest dragons, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you get them breeding. Let's
Okay.
say you're stuck with 6 babies. Let's
Okay.
say. You sell 4 of them. You've got 2 left. Does that mean you don't breed anymore? No, I think you can still breed for the next year and be fine with
That's
that.
not a crazy number though. Like these ball python people just go crazy.
What's the limit? What's the
150
limit?
is wild.
How many chameleon geckos do you have to be like, this is too many?
Yeah, like, that
Or forest
depends on the
dragons.
person, your money, your space. Like I'm chilling with like I don't know, 12 of them. Bitches.
I think
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
a good one is like me with the Brettles, that they're not moving either.
Okay.
But it's like I did think about that. I'm like, damn, should I separate them this year? But like it's one of those things where like maybe the Brettles I can breed, you know. But that is a
Yeah.
conversation. It's should I do
Yeah.
this or not?
You have to
And
be
it's-
conscientious of like the business trends. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, I didn't sell an entire clutch and I've got this many babies. I'll go for one more year. But after that year, if you don't sell anything,
But the thing with that is that these people are also thinking like, once you make that shit your living is wild, because now you have to breed to make money, and if you don't, it's scary. Because then let's say you do sell all your shit, but you sell it late, but then you decided not to breed your new shit. Now you sold late and you don't got shit on you.
For real.
Yeah.
And that, so it's like it's a business at that point.
That is another thing that's happening right now with me because I am trying to buy a fucking shed that's going to cost me upwards about $30,000, and I'm like, if I don't produce shit next year, how the fuck am I going to pay for that shed?
You know, I'm going to call you out a little bit too, because there's an argument here too. No, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, because I know you say this.
Get that motherfucker.
You say like, oh, it's just a bad year. Next year will be better. You know, what about the people with that mentality? Like, oh, it's just a bad year, you know, economic recession, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like,
well, people
aren't buying reptiles.
You could monitor a trend. In the end of the day, any market is the same, whether you're doing stocks, whether you're investing in fucking food, because you can invest in like produce and stuff like that. It will get better. I mean, things go up and down.
Is half full, dude.
Oh, I guess.
Things will get better. I
can't wait till the ball python market like ball python page on Morph Market is empty. All ball pythons have been sold. It's like, woohoo!
When I started breeding ball pythons, I'm not gonna say that the market was exactly like the way it is right now, but it was low. It was like it was easy to get into because people were like tanking shit, and then it came back up, and now it's back down because of free money that was thrown around during the pandy wandy. It was a lot of that shit going on, so that affected what's happening today.
Their shit because people are dropping collections, so the more 100%. Animals you drop, the less shit it's gonna cost.
This is exactly what happened. Okay. We were getting $1,200 every couple of months.
I didn't get anything.
You didn't?
No.
He's Mexican.
I'm Mexican. I didn't get fucking shit.
I got fucking $1,200 every time.
Nice.
Okay?
Oh, God.
So, and the thing is, people were going and they were like, yo, I can invest this into something. People that were into animals or they were just getting into this shit, they invested so heavily with all of that money.
Yeah.
And then 2 years passed, which is now they're producing the animals, and then they're like, I can't sell the babies. It was difficult. I have to feed these fucking things every week.
True,
and now they're fucking freaking the fuck out. They're saturating the market, and they're either going in and wholesaling. They're selling their whole collection, bottom prices, and now nobody has fucking money. We're like recession territory. It's just like that right now.
Yeah.
You know?
But regardless, we still agree with the picture or the post.
I'm not gonna say that I agree with it, but I do think that a responsible breeder needs to make a responsible decision. Yeah. Because I mean, in the end of the day, dude, let's say I said I'm not gonna do the 20-something clutches I did this year, and I'm gonna hit my top 10 animals that are quote unquote guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed to produce me this much quote unquote money. Maybe I focus on those, so that way my overhead is lower.
So minimize it instead of going full on. I am breeding shit. Minimize what I'm breeding to what makes me the most money.
Yeah, for sure.
The bottom shit, not breed at all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, for example, the blue tongues this year are not very good, so I dwindled down on the blue tongues that I breed, quote unquote, scientifically, as in me watching them, and I put some of them outside, and I sold some of the adults. You know, so maybe I might produce less blue tongues in numbers, but I know that it's either going to happen naturally outside, or it's my specific projects that are going to be producing.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next thing you got for us? Actually, I know that you pulled some shit up.
I want Chuck to see a post. It's an old post, which is funny. So this is from a Facebook group that hasn't been active for a while, but it's from 2018. The Facebook group is called Facebook Reptile Fight Club, I think that's what it's called. It's cut off, so I can't really see it all. Okay. But it's basically for controversy, okay? And I want you to read who posted it, the date, and then go ahead and read the post. It's not too long.
Okay. Let me see.
Let's hope he can read.
So we got Kevin McCurley. Okay, this is January 7th, 2018. Okay, one point of this group is to show what other groups delete. Ooh, oh, your phone is bullshit and just fucking blocked itself.
How did you close it? There you go.
It's just pussy, bro.
Tino's phone, pussy. For the record, is pussy.
Yeah, it's not even an iPhone, bitch ass. It seems many groups are engaging in elite type behaviors, and in some cases, the admins will only allow their coveted keyboard warriors to sound off while other members are blasted, berated for things that just do not make sense. This is a place where you can post screenshots and give these files or posts a second chance and see if you or that person was correct or had some validity. Oh my God. This is not age well, buddy. We do not love the people that like to talk down to people and newbies just look good or draw attention to themselves. We are all here to learn, but it seems many such posts and arguments are removed, hiding the keyboard warriors' nastiness and often incorrect information. So here is where you can go to get others' opinions.
Summarize that real quick, Tino.
So basically, right? This group was created in order for people to post controversial things. Basically post things that they disagree with, things that other Facebook groups will take down because it's too not PG-13, stirs up the waters too much, is outing certain people, is being really nasty, whatever. You're allowed to post it on there. The reason that it's funny is because Nerd has a channel now on a YouTube platform, basically, and where they go ahead and call out certain people, which is hilarious. I mean, great. I like that, but like, did not age well.
No,
and then
it did not age well whatsoever.
The other one was about like having controversial opinions and being able to like have a voice to do those things, have those outlets. Yet, if you say anything against USARK, boom, you get your own video.
Yeah, no, it's like, no, you're wrong forever.
Yeah.
Like, you're forever wrong, you're a piece of shit, and you should just bury yourself alive if you're to do those things. Or even oh yeah, you should be allowed to have these arguments, blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever, you want to say that, but then you block people from their quote unquote growth.
Yeah.
Or you block people from like what they should be doing, or you block their opinions, or you talk down on those people, and you talk down and then close doors to these people just because you do not agree with those people.
Yeah.
So that does not age well whatsoever, buddy. Like, that's one thing about Nerd. Like, a lot of the shit like they do, like, I'm not against like Nerd for Nerd, like, I'm not even against Nerd whatsoever. I'm just against some of the things that he has done and said.
Yeah.
And it's like,
so my mom was watching, I think, the podcast with Stone, because she supports me, and
shout out, Mom.
there was a
Tino's mom.
there was a
Sorry about that.
we reference a lot of the
Sorry about that.
That's
so bad.
Sorry about that is
That's so
crazy.
bad.
That is so crazy. I'm sorry, Miss Tino. I am so sorry.
So
I'm
there's
sorry you left.
in the podcast we did with Stone, we referenced the Chandler Nerd drama, and my mom's like, "Oh, what was the drama again?" And I'm like, interestingly enough, Nerd just got in to Chandler saying stuff against USARK,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that goes against the post that you just made. It's like, no,
Yeah.
let it happen.
Which, by the way, that was a long time ago, and he can change his mind, and he can be a hypocrite because we all are hypocrites. But at the same time, it didn't age well, and it's pretty fucking funny to
It's
me.
funny.
So I'm just gonna.
the group
gonna
is
talk about
completely inactive. Like, it hasn't had
Oh,
a post
really?
in years.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So another failure. God
Slither
damn
didn't
it.
even make it on there.
God.
Yeah, something that I don't like, and it's specifically with the Chandler Nerd beef that was kind of like going on.
Yeah,
is
that's
that-
just over, by the way.
I know, but the conversation, and just to have that conversation, it went and it was like where we should be all like supportive towards what it is, this pet trade and conservation. It was like this or that.
Yeah.
And that's the shit that really fucking bothered me about that.
How did the reptile hobby go that far? Because I'm sure the people, like the grandfathers of the industry, when you look up like the greats, the ones who initially wrote the
I don't
first
think
books
of
on
them as the
herpetology,
greats,
you know what? They're pioneers. They're pioneers.
Yeah.
They started and made the mistakes. It's like zoos. They made the mistakes that had to be happen at first in order for
but
us
you
to
don't
have
see zoos looking up to
what's
the
happening
old
now.
zoos that they had.
I'll tell
literally-
you-
No, but
I'll tell you right now.
had to happen.
Humans in them.
It had to happen.
I'll tell you right
Mistakes
now
had to,
what it
you had to
was.
break a couple eggs to make the omelet. It had to happen. Certain things.
Not put humans in cages, dude. That's
Well, okay,
wild.
listen. I'm talking about normal things.
like, I'm like,
So
wait a minute.
with
You're saying how did it get to here where we're battling those two things?
those grandfathers, those pioneers were like, they were passionate about these animals. They wanted to learn how to keep them because they loved them.
Yeah.
You know, and then all of a sudden it's so far removed from conservation that scientists
tell
and
you why.
conservationists don't
I'll
want
tell you
any
why.
part of the reptile industry.
I'll tell you why.
Is it ball
because-
python morphs?
No. It's
My mic is dying. What does that mean?
okay. Hold up. Gotcha. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me say my point and then we'll move
Okay.
on. So, this is the thing. It's money is louder
Yep.
You receiving money is louder than you giving money. Money is louder than conservation. The fact that we were able to make a trade out of this and make it into a market, the fact that people can make an opportunity for themselves, that is louder than what is the outside. You know,
the science.
Yeah.
I see.
And people were not loud enough about conservation. They just and that's why this shit's important.
Question for you: do you think that the reptile industry, with the newbies that are coming in, that it's getting better? That like more people are getting into conservation, they're becoming more conscious of those things and like ethical practices, or do you think that people are coming in, but there's too much focus on the breeding, too much focus on the negative aspects, and not enough on the conservation?
I think it's all fake. So I think the people that are coming in, everybody sings conservation, but nobody's really doing it. Everybody thinks that breeding animals is some sort of conservation when it actually isn't. Also, on top of that, people think that making a educational video alone and posting that and becoming famous out of that is some sort of.
Honestly, I want that to be quoted. I'm not gonna lie, because like. People believe just breeding is conservation. That's number one.
Yeah.
And two,
So-
people think just putting out an educational video is conservation.
It's not conservation.
This is the
I
thing.
like that.
So, people see what happened right now with the Spix macaw. The Spix macaw is
What did
back.
you call me?
Served and hit.
Wait, where are they from?
The Spix macaw, I think they're Brazilian.
Yeah.
So Latin
South
America.
America.
Latin America.
Fitting.
Yeah. Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Listen, okay, so the Spix macaw. Spix macaw came back from extinction through captive breeding efforts, but that is very different
From the
than
pet
what
trade.
the pet trade is.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the general pet trade doesn't have, and I'm not trying to roast anybody with what I'm about to say, but might not have the exact education to understand
Yeah.
that these two things are not
Are
the same.
way different.
You know, us breeding, and we always like blanket, ball pythons as the thing.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly what we're trying to say, but like us breeding ball python morphs is doing nothing for conservation.
Yeah, no, absolutely
You know?
not. And then like with that case, it's like specific organizations that I end up doing that. It's not a whole bunch of pet that are breeding and sent back to the wild. There's little sanctuaries, organizations, zoos that are doing that, not the people that are just keeping them as pets and magically have babies and release the babies. That's not what's saving those animals. And I don't think that, like you said, a lot of people are not educated on the difference between the two. If you're keeping pets and breeding pets, you're doing nothing for conservation because those animals are not being released or anything. And
Yeah.
even if you were to release, you need to be able to not interbreed those animals and follow DNA.
Keep a lineage.
Question.
Yeah.
What if I'm hybridizing all I want, breeding as many morphs as I want, fucking keeping terribly, right? But every cent that I make, every cent, nothing goes to overhead, nothing goes to me or my family. It all goes to conservation. Would you be for something like that?
That's way better than like what most people do, which is nothing. Yeah.
Would you be cool with that?
Yeah, it would hurt because of the hybridation. I'll still be like, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
But
what.
I would respect the conservation
Okay,
side
okay.
of it.
Chuck,
Absolutely.
What would you want the pet trade to do for conservation that will make your view of the pet trade better?
So
Specifically in our reptile hobby.
So I think something that it goes right over the fucking heads is their own place, their own cities, their own states, our own fucking country. Let's start there.
Okay.
Like this country is growing, well, at least our state is growing pretty fucking fast, and the animals are getting fucked up left and right. People don't know about these animals. People don't give a fuck. People want to get the animal that comes from fucking Indonesia and breed it and call that conservation when that has nothing to do with conservation. One, by the time our money gets over there, it's worth a lot less.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter at that point. You can breed that animal however many times you want, but that animal cannot make it back to the wild.
I'll do you one on that point.
I don't think you answered the question.
No, I'm getting there.
He's
I'm getting there.
he's getting there. Should I let you go, or do you want me to just cut you off real quick? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can cut me off.
Specifically because of the Indonesia thing. 2 years ago, Maruki, Almahera, Arian Jaya, Saram, all those blue tongues used to come in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody questioned why they're not coming in anymore? Why are they coming in less numbers?
Why is it?
What do you think we did?
We over poached them.
Yep.
Over poaching of those animals bring the animals
They're
down.
not-
So it's like,
Yeah.
we're doing this for conservation so we
Yeah.
can breed them in captivity. Haha, it's conservation. We're helping everything. And then the numbers go down in the wild. And it's like, nah, dude.
Those blue tongues are difficult to breed. You good, bro?
That shit touched my eyes.
He got the fire in his eyes. Listen, those blue tongues are hard to breed in captivity. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of people are doing them. Pause. And the people that are doing being able to breed them correctly, that information is not out there for us to be able to limit the need for them from the wild. So they were coming in so heavy, and now they're just not that much around, and it's because of shit like that.
Yeah,
You know?
and people don't understand that part of it all is not conservation, is actually affecting animals in the wild. So for me, I would like this pet trade to focus a lot. Like, yes, of course, other countries, like, animals need it, you know, everywhere we go. Ecotourism and shit like that a lot of times help, depending on which way you do it, of course. But shit out your own fucking state. How the fuck are we animal lovers, but we have states out here with animals fucking dying left and right, and none of our money goes to that?
Nope.
None of our animals are helping any of that. So it's like, yo, like right now we went out to see those skinks. Who's doing anything about those skinks?
Nobody.
Who talks about them?
Nobody.
Nobody gives a fuck that they're a vulnerable species and going down.
You and I give a fuck.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Nobody's doing. I haven't donated anything.
No.
Like, I'm a hypocrite for saying this shit.
Yeah, but there's nothing to donate for something like that. There's
There
not
is.
enough
There is.
awareness. There's
there is. Like, you just have to support.
You can make
the
a donation
places.
to FWC.
Hey, yo.
I guess
Like, there are
A lot of people
organizations
said
like
off.
protecting those specific areas. There's always organizations that protect those specific areas. So
you
like,
can also like if you go on nature trails, a lot of the time they're free.
Yep.
Sometimes they're not free, and you have to pay a fee.
Yeah.
But they don't. There's not park rangers always there.
Yep.
People checking. What you should do is pay those fees. Be like, oh, it's 10 cents. I download this app. I pay.
It's
10
actually like
cents.
$6.
Do it. Whatever
Yeah.
the price is. It's like
Yeah.
if you didn't pay for that money, then eventually that land, if it's not already like super protected,
Yep.
it's gonna be sold.
And that money helps. That money helps
money
because if somebody goes, okay, let's see this piece of land, I want to build something on it. Is it making us any money? Go there. Oh, no, this year, $200 is all they made. Like, we can make thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Where if somebody goes like, oh, it made $20K, it's not that much money, but enough people are coming here, so let's just leave it.
Yeah.
So like, people do not focus on things like that, bro. Most of the people in this community that I know that are like pet tubers or whatever the fuck, they don't know shit about going outside and finding shit.
Yeah.
They don't know shit about conservation. They don't know shit about the animals in their own home state. They don't know shit about the threatened species that they have, other than the common ones that everybody knows, like fucking manatees or whatever the fuck. Like, people love, like I always say, people love keeping animals in cages more than they love them being animals in the wild, how they should be.
Yeah.
And that's what bothers me.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents. I'm gonna call on business owners, because for the consumers, for the most part, they're the majority. It's harder to convince consumers than it would be business owners. I would call on business owners to go ahead and put portions of those profits towards conservation societies, particularly local conservation organizations, because those are the ones that are going to be impacted the most by what you're doing. Because to be honest, to get the consumers to do it, it's very difficult. So it should be on the businesses.
No,
to make those donations.
I definitely agree with you on that. I think, listen, guys, this is not financial advice.
Little tidbit. I also renewed my World Wildlife Fund membership.
High five.
Let's go.
He doesn't even have a job. Look at him.
I don't even have a job. Yeah, I thought for a second. Look, they gave me the medal, the living medal. They gave me the letter in the mail, and they were like, "Oh, renew your membership." I was like, "All right,
I don't gotta eat this week."
That's wild.
Yeah.
How much is that?
So you can donate as much as you want to renew your membership. I think the minimum was $25. So if you guys got $25, they send you a little sticker. It's already on my car.
Yeah.
They'll give you an option if you don't. So you can have the option to maximize your donation and not receive anything. But past a certain amount, I think it's like maybe $35. You can receive like a plush toy or tote bags for when you go to the stores and not use plastic, an umbrella, stuff like that. So like if you guys just have an extra bit of money to give once a year, because that's the renewal membership, give $25 once a year.
There's nothing better than the smell of coffee in the morning. There's also nothing better than the smell of reptiles in the morning. Psych. Reptiles with coffee. That's the smell you want. The strongest coffee. Head on over to the description or go to coldbloodedcaffeine.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get your Reptiles with coffee today.
That being said, we're at 1,000 subscribers, so we're making some money.
Hell Hell
We're making some money.
We did it.
Best reptile podcast in the motherfucking world.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say it
In the universe.
Fuck it. But
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Listen, even Trap Talk ain't got nothing on us.
Oh my God.
Stone,
You're
I'm
calling
sorry.
them
You
out.
ain't got nothing.
Jeez. Did
You got a fireplace, bro?
I think he did have a fireplace. He had a fireplace.
Fuck! You have an elephant plant behind you, dog?
He had plastic plants.
Fuck! Chandler, do you have this finger?
Oh my God.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
No way.
Nah, dead ass. I love you guys.
It's love,
Fuck
it's
it.
love, it's love, it's
I
love.
love you guys. That had to be funny. But finally
great.
to 1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Took a fucking minute.
Yep.
Now we're gonna make some money, and are we gonna donate?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Next
course.
question: who are we donating to?
You guys pick?
Modern Reptile.
No, I think that Gopher Tortoise, please.
Go for games?
Yeah.
The film or?
The film is one thing. The actual organization, I forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna get with those people very
Yeah.
soon. We have to hit up Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lewis might help us get in contact with those people.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
maybe we
yeah.
can donate
Yeah.
something from the podcast.
Yeah.
So you can make us some money by watching, motherfucker.
Yes.
So if you're
Like,
not
share.
subscribed, fuck you. If you're subscribed, I love you.
My pick has and always will be the Orient Center. The
Yeah.
Orient Center.
For what?
For indigo snakes. And
Everybody
gophers,
donates for
and
them,
gopher
bro.
tortoises. They do a
Everybody
lot.
donates to them.
More, but the more the merrier.
Do they have mud snakes? No.
Who cares?
Sand skinks? No. No, I'm just kidding. No. Dead ass. Donate, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
1,000 subscribers. What does it feel like, boys?
Listen, how can I it was definitely the goal for this year, and it kind of seems quote unquote like a small number compared to like other like just reptile channels in general,
Yeah.
but it definitely feels fucking great because it's something
Bro.
that we really like actively like worked towards, and we did it.
Yeah, 100%.
This is the podcast, though,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm not even concerned about it. I know
like,
this is
bro,
the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody else, like, I'm sorry for like trap talk, but like, I'm tired of morphs and like ball pythons, dude.
Yeah.
oh my God.
Like,
we talk about that shit here
And more, bro.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying,
get it.
dude.
Step it up. Step it up.
That's so
And our
funny.
thumbnails are pretty fire.
Yeah.
They're
and
funny.
they're getting better
Yeah.
because
They're funny.
I'm using AI. I'm sorry, local artists.
Nah.
Sorry.
And by the time we're recording this, we haven't seen nothing from Stone or Chandler.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be scary as fuck. How
Yeah.
fire is about to be. I'm gonna fucking love it. But
Yeah.
we're gonna learn from that shit too.
Yeah.
And they learn from us because we went out there and we spoke.
Yeah.
This is about to be the battle of the reptile podcasts while being friends
Hell
and
yeah.
love and,
yeah.
and peace. Okay?
What, you? You with this love and fucking peace?
Love
you
and
call that a
peace.
finger, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Huh?
You roasted this
You
man
call
for
that a
his lack
finger.
of
Oh,
finger.
he's about to roast the fuck out of me right after, bro. He's about to roast the fuck out. I have to. I'm literally self-defensing myself before it happens.
Did he start his already?
Huh?
Did Cameron start his
Well, I've seen little things that they have posted, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think
They're probably like prepping.
yeah, I haven't talked to them or nothing, but I bet you they have some stuff recorded
Sweet.
and they're just gonna stack up. Watch.
Sweet,
They're gonna be like every day posting. I'm gonna be like, fuck dude, fuck.
We're gonna have to make this a full-time fucking gig. Maybe
Hey.
Tino doesn't need to get a job.
Oh my god.
Guys, don't let me be employed.
Yo, keep fucking watching. Like, listen. If you watch like 10 minutes, fuck you. If you watch like 20 minutes, you're better. If you watch the whole thing, Tino will suck your dick.
That's a fact.
Look
Right,
at him.
Tino?
Hoodie on or hoodie off?
Look, that's 1,000 people, bro. That's a lot of dick.
Get that jaw ready, boy.
Oh my
Tino,
God.
how are you feeling about 1,000?
I feel good, dude. Honestly, so like 2 years ago, if you look at like one of the original podcasts we did, my only New Year's resolution was to get 1,000 followers on Instagram. That has never gone up. Like, no, like the my goal. My goal has never gone up.
Yeah,
I have a
okay,
little bit
okay.
more. But like, I'm like, I don't care. That's good enough for me. 1,000? It's good enough for me. And look, we have our most dedicated fans in the audience right now. Okay,
Yeah.
Imagine 1,000 people here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
so
If there was 1,000 people in this backyard, first of all, shoot every single one of you
Okay.
motherfuckers.
The largest-
Second of all, it'll be a lot.
the largest crowd that I ever played to on tour was 2,000 people. And that is insane. Half of
I
that
have
is
a new
still
number. We have to
fucking
beat
insane.
2,000.
Huh?
I have a new number. We have to beat 2,000. We're not gonna be
Okay,
worse than
bro,
Yoshii.
It's about to happen so fast. One thing that let's talk analytics right now, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk analytics. So one thing that I did not like when I saw the analytics was our growth this year is it was very similar to last year's.
Okay.
We had 500 subscribers last year
Uh-huh.
and technically 500 subscribers this year.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh fuck no, we need to double that every fucking year.
100%.
every fucking year. So if you guys have noticed, I started posting some shorts.
Yep.
They've been a little bit random right now just because there's so many clips we didn't make any for, and I'm just gonna throw them out there to, of course, reach more of you motherfuckers and get you guys to subscribe more. But with time, every podcast I want at least 4 shorts coming out to, of course, promote what the fuck we're doing, and maybe in the future we do different things with the shorts, right? So we could sit here, like I want to talk about ourselves, what we do, because this is not the only thing we do. Okay, we do many different things, and that includes, of course, I work at a zoological facility. You breed and you're homeless. Like it's very, very important for us to
Look,
show
I'm wearing a
that to the
hoodie.
audience.
I am.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, something that I really, really want to do. So this year we're gonna push for a double. So half of 2024 we will be at 2,000, Tino.
Sweet.
By summer.
Sweet.
I'll say we'll be at 25.
Bro, that would be
25,000?
wild. Yeah.
Wait,
That'd be
25.
wild.
Wait. Did you say 20,000?
Yeah.
I thought you said 2,000.
I said 2,000. I said 2,000.
Oh.
I said 2,000.
Okay.
I was like, 25,000 is a lot of
No,
people.
we'll be at 2,500. By the end of the year, we'll be at 5,000.
Oh,
2024.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like we just got.
I thought I was saying crazy numbers.
No. Those are
Yeah.
very doable numbers, and I'm not even flexing right now.
Yeah. If you want to support us, head on over to modernreptileshop.com or in the description where you can find our merch. And the best part is that a percent of the proceeds from the merch gets donated to conservation. One more time, that's modernreptileshop.com or head on over to the description. It's time for us to say what we're thankful for. Okay?
Oh my god.
So why don't you like to emote? This guy doesn't like to emote.
Bro, I'm hard as
I blame the
fuck, bro.
patriarchy.
I told him I loved him for as a text on his birthday. He said, "Thank you, bro." That's what he said.
Look, yo,
That's
men
what he
are
said.
not allowed to be
I love you,
vulnerable.
bro.
I know,
love you so
I know.
much. I
Listen.
love you so much.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have so many texts. I was just saying thank you to him.
That's somehow worse.
I could have
That's
gone
like,
my
you're not
whole
special.
life. My whole life without knowing that.
Bro, I love you, bro. I fucking love you, bro.
I wrote.
No,
I don't have my phone.
I read it.
I don't
I
have
read
my
it. I read it. I read it. Don't get me wrong. I fucking read it. But my brain was just so on like
Yeah, I got it. I
thanking
got it.
everybody that I just said.
This
thank
guy,
you.
this
But I
guy just
fucking
said,
love
"Yo,
you,
I
bro.
was so popular that like."
Not listen, bro. I fucking love you, bro.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
you. Like I fucking love you. Like
Yeah.
for real. I
Yeah.
love you.
I think I was so on the way over here to record this, I was realizing I was out. First off, obviously thankful for like my family and stuff like that. My wife fucking is my rock, my fucking everything. Has supported me throughout my music, has supported me fucking till this day. She's at home right now waiting for me to get home. You know, like I love her. But also you guys, this whole experience has been fucking awesome. I'm trying not to cry. So I mean, you guys obviously are fucking established here. You know, you guys have your lives here. Outside of home, you guys are my life. Literally. You guys are my fucking friends. You guys...
Alright, motherfucker, chill.
No, it's...
I'm gonna cry, bro.
Think about it. I left my whole life in Miami. My whole thing. So the things that I... obviously, other than my, you know, my family stuff, like my wife, my sister that does live up here, the only thing that I... Other than that shit, the only thing that I have to look forward to is this podcast every week. So you guys, we've all like developed this fucking relationship really well, you know, and I've definitely told you that there is like a threshold for me and like my friendships with people because I don't have a lot of like superficial friendships. I do not. You know, so it's like you're either like just somebody that I know or like you're like family to me. There's like really no in between. And I, for real, this year have felt that has like passed. Like it's like you guys are my brothers. And I love you guys a lot.
Damn.
I love it
Yeah.
too, dude.
Bro.
Mucho thankful for you.
God damn.
I'm thankful, honestly.
This is gonna suck.
I'm super,
How are you gonna follow that?
Yo,
I'm
you should've
super
gone
thankful.
last, bro.
Look, I'm gonna top it. I'm super thankful for crab rangoon. I love crab rangoon so much. Like, you were talking and I was like, "What am I thankful for?" I'm like, man, I really want some fucking crab rangoon right now.
That's so fucked up. You're gonna hell, bro. No, for real. What are you thankful for, bro?
Dude.
Open up. Stop being a hard motherfucker.
I'm gonna say something else. I'm gonna say something. Look, I was talking to Alex from Imperial, and was it him? It was somebody. But I was saying that this year has been, I think it was my wife, actually. This year has been at equal good and bad for me this year. Like, it's been like this. It's not like this year was so much good versus the bad that has happened, or this year was shit or whatever. It's like, no, like it was a give and take for me all fucking year. I had something that was professionally successful, something equally as bad happened right after. So just like having this, like, that I can look forward to every week really is a breath of fresh air. This is my therapy.
Tino, go ahead. Something, bro, come on.
Try it.
Yo,
Try
bro,
to fucking follow
go
that.
flaccid right now and talk to me flaccid.
He's like, I'm also thankful for
Oh my
Mexican
Come on,
food.
come on. No,
Look,
come on.
Number one, thankful for my mom. My mom is number one in my life. I could not be here without her. 100%.
Literally.
I mean, literally could not be here without her.
I'm sorry about Dad. Again,
she's-
Mama Tino.
Jeez.
I'm so sorry.
Mama Tino's crazy.
No, I mean, but for real though, she's super supportive of me and my sister. No matter what it is that we want to do, she's always backing us. You know, everybody has a mom, but like my mom's better than yours.
Well,
so.
technically, my cousin doesn't have a mom because his mom left him when he was 4. So.
Well, physically,
Wow, Tino.
biologically speaking,
Your cousin
does
your
have a
cousin's
mom.
mom is with Tino's dad.
oh my God, no!
That's crazy.
But biologically speaking, everybody has a mom. But my mom
Yeah.
has you beat. I have the best mom. Also, super thankful for the connections I've made this year. I feel like I've gotten closer with my friends too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I feel like I was a little bit worried about quitting because for the most part those were my friends.
Yeah.
But then afterward,
I feel like I'm closer.
it didn't. Yeah, I feel like I'm closer. As odd as
Yeah.
it is, because I'm like, I don't see these people every day. I kind of miss them. And then it's like,
that's once you
Whoa.
lose that strong connection when you see them, it's like that feeling comes back.
Absolutely.
no, but it's
You're
great
like,
because
fuck, I love this person.
What's great is like we weren't friends because of the job. We weren't
Yeah.
friends because we saw each other every
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
friends because we're friends.
And I'm also not as annoyed at you because you're fucking annoying to work with, my God. Fuck.
Respect, bro.
Yeah,
Respect.
yeah.
I could never, bro.
Yeah. look. Try working with Yoshii, where you're busy doing your thing, taking care of the animals, and all of a sudden you hear in like the office, like across the store, ah! Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I do be just yelling sometimes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's it. Keep going. Your mama,
That's it.
your friends, you ain't thankful for shit.
I gave you 3 things: my friends, my mom, and Crab Rangoon.
Okay. Fuck, dude. I'm really doing this shit right now?
Yeah. You want Eric to go first?
Oh, Eric. Come on.
All right.
Okay. So let me go first. Fuck. I gotta be thankful for
Oh, shut up! I'm on top of you, and the fans, and the subscribers. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
You're not on top of me, buddy. You're a bottom, buddy. I'm sorry.
Would you say that you're thankful for CDs?
No.
That was too obvious.
joke, buddy.
That was
That's
too
a Kira
obvious.
joke. Absolutely not. Listen.
Are you
she's been-
thankful for the Mind Goblin?
Listen. listen, bro.
How's Ligma?
Come on, bro. Listen. I'm thankful. I'm going to start with something that I spoke about earlier with Kira, of course. I'm thankful for one that probably summarizes everything. This is my experiences. I grew up with my great-grandparents. Who the fuck gets to do that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck gets to do that, bro? Like, that's fucking godly that I got to meet those people and see how they lived and see their fucking love.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that I'll never forget in my fucking life. I could get dementia and I'll always remember that. I'm very thankful for Kira over here on the side. She's joined some of the adventures and, of course, has helped a lot and listens to me whenever I'm bitching. So, thankful for that. Sorry about that. I bitch quite a lot.
Chuck has called me crying once and been like, "I'm just so." I'm like, Chuck, what's wrong with you? He's like, "You're not Kira." No. Hung up. No.
I'm thankful for my friends, of course. She knows this. She always mentions it. I am very loving of my friends. I think something I never realized, she got me to realize this, is growing up, I never actually, like, I have a family, but my family's so fucking broken, and it goes on and off, and you know, it's like, we talk and we don't, and everybody's separated, and I talk to certain people every few weeks, if anything. Like, I haven't talked to my brother in fucking years. He called me today.
Yeah.
Like, it's that's my family. So I try to make my family is my friend, because I don't have that shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
You're good, buddy. You're good, buddy.
It's the
Like-
fire. It's the fire.
Yeah, it's the fire. I swear to God. Like, I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't celebrate shit. Never have. And even with that, like, I had friends die on my birthday, and those motherfuckers taught me quite a fucking lot in life. And damn, fuck it.
The smoke.
So I'm
dude.
thankful for
Smoke's
everything,
wild.
bitch.
Good. Yeah. We were talking a little bit about that earlier. This month in general, I know similar for Eric, is difficult for me. Eric would always go on about having like character development, like in your life and stuff like that. And I always say like my defining character moment was I was like in middle school, and I mean obviously Hispanic, Cuban. My grandma was my second mom, 100%. We would spend all of our time there or whatever. And you know, around this time of year, when I was in middle school, you know, my grandma got sick. She was in the hospital. We would go there every day. I celebrated Thanksgiving in the hospital. It was that over, and you know, it was just that. And she like passed like literally right after Thanksgiving, you know. So this is a difficult month.
Yeah, fuck
But
this
listen,
shit.
bro, I love you. I have a lot of love for you.
Fuck
and
you, dude.
as long as I am in your life, you're gonna celebrate holidays. You're gonna do things.
Fuck this guy, dude.
You want Eric to take over? Or you?
Yeah.
yeah. Eric's like, I'm thankful for these turtles. All right.
I mean, I could be basic as fuck, and I could say I'm thankful for my friends and my family and stuff like that.
He just called us basic.
I know, dude.
Fuck you, bitch.
Listen, it's basic because it's good. That is real stuff to be thankful for, and I'm just as similar. I kind of similar to you guys. I've that's really all we fucking have at the end of the day. I am thankful to have a little bit closer of a family.
Fuck you.
No.
Yeah, same.
No. Here's the thing. My family
Fuck
is close
you,
together,
bitch.
but I'm always like the one on the side. I don't have the same relationships and stuff. I'm really close to my cousins, but that's about it. Aunts, uncles, and stuff. There's a wall. There's a big wall there. So I do tend to feel a lot more comfortable around like you guys and stuff, and I get a lot of slack from it at home, which I understand. But if you're watching, I don't think there are. I love you guys and I appreciate it, and I know that you mean well. But no, I am super thankful for you guys, like a ton. You guys are my first friends that I have similar interests to. You guys always fucking talk shit about me I have a second friend group.
Those are his real friends.
No, you guys are on the same playing field. Just because until I started working at Imperial and stuff like that, I had never had anyone who liked animals like the same way at all. So now I met all you guys, and like you guys are that. You guys are that. I don't know if that was on
That
the
100%
video.
came out.
You guys were
This is the perks of recording outside.
You guys are the shit, and I really appreciate you. I look up to you guys, all three of you guys.
You look down to me. I'm fucking 5'2".
I look down to two of you. I look up to you guys a lot. I learn a lot from all three of you guys every time we hang out. I enjoy being around you guys. I love you guys a ton. I know I'm terrible with showing emotion and trying to be a communicator, but I really do love it.
Hell yeah.
Thankful. Thank you.
Yeah.
We
Listen,
love you, Eric.
Thank you, Tism.
Eric's the best.
You're welcome.
crazy.
Eric's amazing.
Yeah, for those that don't know, that are new here, or that, you know, whatever the fuck, Eric is the guy behind the camera that makes sure that this shit runs fucking smooth, and hopefully soon, like, he'll be in front of the camera. We just got to figure all that
Hell
stuff
yeah.
out.
I want you guys to come over.
Eric is literally like I've been saying it. I call
He's a
him my
god.
son. He's my Padawan. You know, I love Eric a lot. If you're listening to this, you're a reptile lover. All right. And what do we all need? We need supplies. Head on over to imperialreptiles.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get a specific discount special to us and our listeners for your reptile supplies today. Anybody have any questions for us? We have audience. Somebody give us something to fucking talk about so we can stop being fucking depressed.
They're crying. Ask me any
Yeah,
question.
everybody's
involving
crying. Daniel's
crab
crying.
ranking.
Tyler's crying.
No,
Daniker's
they're fucking
crying.
laughing at us. That's what they're fucking doing.
Even though it's not really like New Year's yet, what's your biggest goals for next year? Since we're kind of around that time.
Fire. Okay. My biggest goal for next year is to have a shed. This is going to be reptile related. I'm sorry. I need to have a shed in my backyard.
He wants to move out, bro.
No, I need to move the reptiles out of my fucking house, okay? Because I've said it before. Look, it's not that my wife complains or anything like that. It's just that I do find it unfair that whenever there is a regurgitated rodent that she has to smell it and stuff like that. Like, she doesn't need to be dealing with that stuff. You know, they're my animals, etc. And it's literally like, I can't say where my fucking reptiles are. I'm not gonna get robbed. So that was it. A shed.
A shed. For next year, honestly, bro, I'll be completely honest with you. I just want to be fucking rich
In a year?
in a year.
Okay.
That's all I want. I just want enough money to just do the things that I want to do. So this year is just hustle year. Like this, 2023 was development year. 2024 is hustle year. Make this fucking money. It's all I give a fuck about right now, bro. Be able to run my own shit, have my own shit, and be completely sustainable with those things. Independent, absolutely. I haven't said it much, but I am starting some things business-wise that not many people know. So
Hell yeah.
Not gonna lie, I haven't really told anybody, but there is a high chance that I might be getting my degree, going back for school.
Whoa. Yeah. As a stripper?
I don't think you can. Can you go for that?
He's like, I need to enroll now. I'm going to enroll right now.
Where? I'll sign up right now.
I've seen a few videos like on TikTok and shorts and things like that of people killing and eating invasive reptiles like green iguanas. What are your thoughts on like the ethics of that? And like, do you think there's a market for that could fund conservation, kind of like hunting white-tailed deer and ducks and things like that?
I'll go first. If you put that shit in Crab Rangoon.
Yo, finally, bro.
Call back.
Finally.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So,
That's
I
fire.
am not. So, if you know me personally, there was a long period of time where I wanted to be vegetarian. I struggled a lot with it. It's very, very difficult. But in terms of eating meat, mostly I have a particular opinion about it. But with respects to trying anything, I'll try almost anything. But
At least
what
once.
the biggest problem is ecological impact, which is why I don't support farming, which is why I don't support a lot of
this is
poaching of
invasive.
native animals. But if it's like ethically done, ethically sourced, cooked properly, no risk of disease, and you can like, you know, it's not harmful for anybody, why not? Do
This is, yo, if I go back on a podcast, I swear to God, me and him argued over this before when he was a vegan or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like we
Do you
literally.
not know what a vegetarian is? You always say vegan.
It's the same shit.
Vegans are not ecologically conscious.
Oh my God.
Oh
Listen,
my
so
God.
it's starting to get cold out. So 100% I'm going to have a conversation with my dad about like, oh, all the fucking green iguanas are falling from the trees in Miami. You know, the Cuban people are selling them or whatever. It's part of their culture. It's part of my family's culture. It's part of my dad's culture. They fucking eat iguanas and shit like that. Like, I mean, it is what it is. It's like, it's taking them out of the wild. You know, it's... I would say for the most part, if you're doing it in a way that the animal doesn't suffer, I mean, better. But
Would you eat Burmese python?
would I?
Is that good for you?
It's
Because-
nasty.
No, it's not. No, it's literally not good for you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I forgot what it has. There's some type of metal that they have in them.
Mercury?
Yes.
Metallica?
Yeah, so it's not, so it's not good for you to eat. If it was, I absolutely would.
Okay.
I absolutely.
Yeah,
uno,
but fish has mercury.
Cabrón, unos
You can eat
pinchos,
a lot of fish to die.
Burmese pinchos, sounds fire.
Yeah.
Like iguana pinchos, fire. bro.
I'll try.
I don't know.
I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll try
and the
almost
thing with
anything.
that, like a lot of people are probably gonna comment like, "No, you gotta find them homes." How the fuck are you gonna find 150,000 fucking homes for each one of these animals?
I'm
Oh,
not
they
gonna
leave them
lie, though.
outside. They don't belong here. So like, they have no fucking value. Like, yes, they're an animal.
Roasted.
They're an animal, and of
Literally.
course they deserve to live. But we put them in a place that they shouldn't live and taking the space of other animals, even if it's like in between the cities, right? It could be within the cities. Then maybe they're eating flowers in a garden. To us, it might not seem to a lot, but the people that own those gardens, that is a lot
Yeah.
to those people. And just because you love reptiles, you want people to take reptiles as the same as a dog and everything else. Those people want the gardens to be taken as serious as any other thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You know what's actually hilarious?
What?
Farms are like the first people who have like pet cows and pet pigs.
That's hilarious.
what the fuck?
No, but like
What
you're
did
saying
you
about
just
like
say?
caring about reptiles and stuff, like people being opposed to maybe their consumption because they care about these reptiles. It's like the people who keep like pet cows and pet pigs are likely the ones who have farms. They own farms.
Yes, absolutely. So it's like it's part of being human. Honestly, it's just part of being human. Boo, absolutely. But it's part of being
human is also
and
adapting.
I think yes. I think it helps a lot control their spread throughout the state, within the cities, whatever it is. And of course, there are some people that are going to kill them anyways and put them down. And those animals don't belong here. A lot of them don't have predators here in our state. So I would eat a fucking berm if it was good. If you cook that shit right, like with
If it was in
alligators.
crab rangoon.
Yeah, like if it's an alligator, it's like, okay, that's native. Like it doesn't really need to be even like I wouldn't. Like I'm good. You tell me you got an iguana, bro. As long as I ain't gotta kill it, I'm in, bro. Make that shit, bro. Medium rare if you want.
I don't know if that's healthy.
Nah, it's not healthy. That's salmonella and a half.
Next one.
I feel like within the reptile industry, it's probably touchy. But when you look at any other species conservation, whether it be white-tailed deer, whether it be ducks, anything, the only time that it has been super successful is whenever either, say it be hunters, keepers, NGOs, non-government organizations, whatever they are, work with government organizations. So like white-tailed deer, that has been through government organization, taxation, all that kind of stuff. Ducks, that has been Ducks Unlimited, where they work with government organizations to use taxes for the conservation of those species. As of right now, at least from what I've seen, the reptile industry is doing the exact opposite of that. There has been a lot of pushback on any kind of government regulation or working with government organizations for the conservation of reptiles specifically. So like, do you think that's something that, I don't know, influencers, business owners, whatever, should start influencing people to do?
Yeah.
You mean like petitioning their governments?
Start working with the government.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
or like,
now,
go ahead.
like I said, right now, like any other successful conservation that has happened, at least in North America, has worked directly with governments and used things like taxation is like the biggest thing.
'Cause
to
that's how you pull
provide
money.
Right now, the reptile industry is highly dependent on NGOs that are not working with government.
Yeah.
And I mean, has there been some success stories? Of course, yeah. But is it as successful as it could be? Definitely not. If you worked with governments more heavily.
Which one of them is where you volunteered? That is through government
involvement,
and
yeah.
they're pretty fucking successful, if you ask me.
Yep.
I was on a podcast a couple of months ago, and we spoke a little bit about that. And I had said, I was like, if we could figure out a way to like work together with the government,
Is the only way.
it's got to be the only way for this thing to be sustainable in a way that they don't look at us and see us as the enemy. And then I got questioned like, oh, so you want more government involvement? And like,
Yep.
if that's like 100% negative, and it's not that I want more government involvement in the way that like,
In sales and shit.
yeah, or like, I mean, dude, like my mom's Cuban. They came here because of Fidel, you know, and then my dad's Nicaraguan, which is a communist place. You know, so it's not that I want the government to be so involved that they completely take over or whatever. It's not that. It's that we need to be able to have some kind of we need some kind of regulation, so that way everything we do is good on paper, so that way there's no question about what it is that we're doing.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, we love and care about animals.
Yeah.
It's not about our business. It's about animals
Yeah.
that we're working with and using their lives to profit.
Yeah, and then if it's something that involves like, okay, we're putting money down to like the same thing we do with here in Florida with FWC, where it's like we're paying for a license and then that gets, you know, given to FWC and they're able to do whatever conservation efforts that they do. If it's another thing like that we have to have throughout the whole country, it's like, okay, well, we need to pay a countrywide membership, like, so be it. If the goal of that is for that money to go into conservation, like,
And it actually helps.
Yeah.
Like, if it actually helps. So I'm not saying it's always going to help, but if it actually helps. There are success stories, like she was saying, with many animals. Bald eagle's one.
yeah.
American alligator is another one.
Yeah.
Just fucking ferrets. What is it? The black-footed ferret, whatever the fuck that thing is. Like, that's all through those organizations and money and zoos, and everybody that got involved is through that. So I feel like the industry itself like you said, pushes away from that because they want to be this thing where I feel like that most of the industry wants to be this business making profit out of the lives of the animals that they breed and hybridize and interbreed and inbreed and whatever the fuck it is. And that's all they want. That's their love for animals, is that. That is not love for animals. That's love for animals in cages. I've always said that, and I will always say that. Because if you really love animals, you will love the places where they come from. And then the argument after that is like, oh, what wild? There is a lot of wild left. There is a lot of wild left. But one, habitat destruction happens from the surroundings of the habitats. Poaching happens from within the habitats. And then invasive species happens from both. So those are all things that happens to a lot of animals, and we don't do shit about, and we don't care about those things. And I feel like what she was saying, like if we were to work with some organizations, it would help quite a lot. Even us. Like, who the fuck is going to touch you if you are part of the government, if you are working with the government?
Yeah.
To pull those things off, like protecting habitats, like Zoo Miami is doing right now. Like, that's just fire. Did you see that?
No, what is it?
Bro, so they wanted to build this parking lot or destroy that parking lot and build a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And there's a very rare habitat that only exists at that zoo. And they want to cut it down to build a water park, pretty much. And people went out there to get together and pretty much fucking rally down the road. And a lot of people showed up because the zoo made a post and people within the zoo made a post, and everybody went down wearing a blue shirt with a gopher tortoise on it, and everybody was on the streets. And I think that was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
That was fucking beautiful, and most of the industry would not do that.
Yeah.
Or, like, would start that. They'll wait for, like, any of those organizations to do it instead of being the industry itself that starts it. Like, that was a zoo, but anybody could do that. I think the guy's name is Lucas, which, by the way, his birthday is November 5th as well.
Oh, happy birthday, Lucas.
Happy birthday, motherfucker. But he made
on
a
the
post.
pod.
He literally made a post, and that post is what started everything. That boy, like, to me, is a god.
Talk about influence. Yep.
That's influence. He made a post, and now people are fighting for the habitat down there. You know how many fucking influencers could be doing that shit right now? Anybody.
Yep.
Any fucking body. How many are doing it?
None. Yep.
That boy.
Not
That
many,
boy's
yeah.
doing it. Yeah, that boy's doing it. There's a couple that have tried and failed. There's a couple that still do every now and then. But that boy's the one that did that shit.
Teeny?
I've had a couple minutes to think about this. Having attended several commission meetings here in the state, I think that I'm of the opinion that a lot of shareholder or interested party relations is really not going to cooperate with government. So I do think, like, I know you guys focused a lot more on invasive species and shareholder interest, but I really think that that's almost a lost cause. The government just needs to go ahead and kind of, I don't want to say overstep boundaries, but the current NGO governing reptile rights, like the literal basis of that is about the right to keep reptiles, and the government needs to step in and say, hey, no, you don't have this right. You have a right to your property, which is completely different.
Yep.
They can't take away anything that you have. However, they should be able to enact this some form of legislation or legal red tape.
They
to
regulate
prevent,
food. They regulate the way that we deal with live animals.
It needs
and
to be higher regulation, especially for imported animals, poached animals. That needs to be a little bit higher. Granted, the people involved with CITES, the people involved with customs at airports, whatever, ports, they have regulations in place. However, I think it could be better, especially on the part of where those animals go. There's a lot of call for, I know Animals at Home, Dylan, he is promoting a lot of a registration system to be put in place where you have an animal, you register it with the government and say, this is the animal that I have. I got it at this time. It's currently still alive in my possession, whatever, yada, yada, yada. That way there is an international, national, statewide, whatever, database for what animals are in the states, or what animal are within the collections of private holders, and that will go ahead. Then the government will have better influence over whether or not certain people can do certain things, including releasing invasive animals or mistreatment of animals, escapes, whatever the case may be. I don't think there's going to be a lot of shareholder government placities for that. I don't think there's going to be a lot of cooperation there.
No, I don't think so either, especially since a lot of people just want to breed so much.
It's the mentality of the right.
Yeah, but then you just breed something and don't put it down on paper, and then voila, you did it again.
Yeah,
I mean, laws. Look. You can break every law. There is no law you cannot break. With enough willpower, there is a way.
No.
But that doesn't mean no have laws.
So as I mentioned, like White-tailed deer, it was taxation on firearms. Ducks, it was largely the Duck Stamp Act, where you, like a lot of people, to go duck hunting, they had to buy a stamp. And so it's kind of like the license thing you were talking about, Yoshii. Do you think that there is any way or any obligation for, I guess, like reptile influencers to get people to support some kind of cooperation like that with the government?
I think
Some kind of taxation on pets or pet supplies?
obligation is difficult. I don't think anybody's obligated to do anything, but I think that we should have the ethics of what we're doing in mind when we're selling these animals. You know, it shouldn't be as simple as I flipped this animal and I made some money. It shouldn't be as simple as even if you put in a lot of work to produce this animal and I sell this, you know, the same way that
you're putting that autonomy on the interested party.
No, I think, but this is the thing, and this is why I said the thing about like maybe there should be like something that we pay in the government or whatever, whether it's like if we have like a legitimate business that's in this field. Like there should be something that we're going and we're saying like, okay, like we're doing this legitimately and we're paying our fees or whatever, and a percent of our fees do go into what it is that is the general conservation. And I've said this before on this podcast, that it's like if you think that it is important for you as a pet owner, a reptile, an exotic pet owner, to support organizations like USARK. I'm not saying that you shouldn't support USARK. I do for my own reasons. But if you think that if that is important, it is equally, if not more important, to do things for conservation. Yeah, because in the end of the day, the animals offer us something, and we should be able to offer them something.
But you're still putting that decision on the shareholder.
No. I'm saying that
You're saying the government should obligate it.
I'm saying that there should be a thing for people in our field, the same way that
do that.
The same way that we have that we pay our class 3 license to to do this. Even something as simple as like,
Extra tax.
if I want to go fishing right now in the state of Florida, I legally cannot without getting a fishing permit.
Yeah.
That is a fact. Like, why it shouldn't be so hard to be like, hey, would you like to, even every customer, would you like to donate $5 to whatever to get your permit for the whatever?
The problem is that Florida has a permit system. You already have to have a license.
You do not
to
have
sell.
to sell animals, but
sell
not to have
To
as a
sell,
pet.
to have them, no. It's only
I
to
see what you're
showcase
saying.
them. If you want to take them out of your house,
order to
then
have
you
them.
need a permit.
I see.
That's why people take their like bearded dragons to like Repticons and stuff and get
No, that's
fucking
illegal.
clapped.
Dude,
That's illegal.
look, $5 every animal that you buy might seem a little bit crazy, but $5 once a year. What is $5 when you might be profiting $40,000?
Yeah.
What is $5? Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
This was the Reptiles with Podcast.